Your job is not safe. I know you think it is. I know your company seems stable. I know you've been there for years. I know you're good at what you do. None of that matters anymore. Because the thing replacing you doesn't sleep, doesn't ask for a raise, doesn't call in sick, and it's getting better every single day. This is not a future problem. This is a right now problem. And most people are completely financially unprepared for it. You wake up on a Monday morning. You make your coffee. You open your laptop. There's an email from HR. We're restructuring. Your role is being eliminated. Your last day is Friday. You stare at the screen. And you think, I have $1,200 in my savings account. I have rent due in 12 days. I have no idea what I'm going to do. That scenario is happening to real people right now in 2026, not in 2035, not eventually, now. By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what AI is doing to the job market, exactly which jobs are most at risk, and exactly, step by step, how to financially protect yourself before it's your Monday morning email. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you, most people won't see coming until it's already too late. Let me give you the real numbers. Goldman Sachs published a report. They estimated AI could automate up to 300 million full-time jobs globally. 300 million. McKinsey says up to 30% of work hours in the US could be automated by 2030. The World Economic Forum, they say 85 million jobs will be displaced by machines by 2025. That number is already happening. And here's what makes this different from every other technological shift in history. Previous automation replaced physical labor, factories, assembly lines, manual work. AI is replacing cognitive labor, writing, analysis, customer service, legal research, medical diagnosis, accounting, financial advising, the jobs people went to college for, the jobs people thought were safe, the jobs people built their entire financial lives around. Those are the jobs AI is coming for now. And there are 5 specific financial moves that can make you almost bulletproof, even if your job disappears tomorrow. I'm going to give you all 5, but first, I need you to understand something. Something that completely changes how you should be thinking about money in 2026. The point: your salary is borrowed, not earned. Borrowed. The example. Think about it. Your employer pays you because you perform a function. The moment a cheaper, faster, more accurate function exists, the payment stops. This has always been true. But in 2026, the cheaper, faster, more accurate option is now available for almost every white-collar function for about $20 a month. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Copilot, these are not toys. These are productivity machines that are already replacing entry-level writers, coders, paralegals, analysts, and customer service teams. The psychology? Most people treat their salary like it's permanent, like it will always be there, like it belongs to them. It doesn't. It never did. It was always conditional on your employer's business model surviving, on your function remaining valuable, on technology not being able to do your job cheaper. The logic. Every year you assume your salary is permanent is another year you didn't build income that actually is yours. Investment income, rental income, business income, side income, income that doesn't require a human to approve it. The takeaway. Stop treating your salary as a destination. Start treating it as fuel. Fuel for building income streams that cannot be automated. Stop. I want you to answer this honestly. If your paycheck disappeared tomorrow, how many months could you survive? Count the number. Hold it. We'll come back to it. The point? The emergency fund was always important. In 2026, it's survival infrastructure. The example: when AI displaces your role, you may not see it coming. It often doesn't come as a dramatic firing. It comes as a restructuring, a role elimination, a department consolidation. And suddenly, you need 3 to 6 months of expenses, available immediately, in cash, not in investments, not in a 401k you'd have to raid with a penalty, in a high-yield savings account, liquid, accessible, right now. The psychology. Most people think emergency funds are for car repairs and medical bills. In 2026, your emergency fund is your runway. It's the time you need to retrain, to pivot, to find the next thing, without desperation forcing you to take the first bad offer that comes along. The logic: desperate job seekers accept lower salaries. Desperate job seekers take the wrong roles. Desperate job seekers make permanent financial decisions based on temporary panic. An emergency fund removes the desperation. It buys you time. And in a world where AI is reshaping the job market in real time, time is the most valuable financial asset you can have. The takeaway: your emergency fund target in 2026 is not 3 months. It's 6 months minimum, preferably 9. Because job searches in a disrupted market take longer, and the next role might look completely different from the last one. And in a moment, I'm going to tell you exactly which skills make you almost impossible to automate. Skills that make you worth more in an AI world, not less. Keep watching. The point: one income source in 2026 is a liability, not a comfort. A liability. The example: think about a table. One leg. Strong leg. But one leg. What happens when something hits that leg? The whole table falls. Your salary is that one leg. AI is the thing hitting it. The people who are financially stable in an AI disruption, they have multiple legs. A salary, plus a side income, plus investments paying dividends, plus a skill they can freelance, plus something they own that generates cash. The psychology. People resist building second income streams because it feels overwhelming. My job is secure. That's what Kodak employees said. That's what travel agents said. That's what bank tellers said before ATMs. The people who felt most secure were the most surprised when it ended. The logic. Building a second income stream does not require quitting your job. It requires 5 to 10 hours a week. It requires a skill you already have, applied differently. Start one thing, something that earns $200 to $500 a month. That is enough to change your financial psychology from vulnerable to resilient. You've made it to the halfway point. And what I'm about to share next is the one financial move most people in 2026 are completely ignoring. The point: the best investment you can make in 2026 is not in stocks, it's in skills. The example: the jobs AI cannot replace are not the easiest jobs. They're the most human jobs. Leadership, negotiation, emotional intelligence. These are the skills commanding premium salaries in 2026. Not because AI can't write. It can. Not because AI can't analyze. It can. But because AI cannot lead a room, cannot build genuine trust. The logic? $500 spent on a course that makes you 20% more productive? $500 invested in an index fund? Returns about $40 a year. $500 invested in the right skill can return $10,000 in additional income. The takeaway? Pick one skill gap. This year. It's 2028. Your role was automated in 2027. You spent 8 months looking for work. You drained your savings. You took a role paying 30% less. You're starting over. At 38. At 45. At 52. Because you thought you had more time. The point? The people who weather AI disruption aren't lucky, they're fortified. The example: a financial fortress has 4 walls, 6 to 9 months of expenses. Credit card debt at 22% interest is a structural weakness. Eliminate anything above 8% interest, $200 to $500 a month, into a low-cost index fund. Automated. The market grows, even when jobs don't. At least one income source that isn't dependent on an employer, even if it only earns $200 a month right now. It's a signal to your brain that you are not completely dependent. You cannot control whether AI replaces your role. You can control your financial fortress. Which one made you the most uncomfortable? That's the one you need to start with. Discomfort points at the gap, and closing that gap is exactly what protects you. Here is the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. AI is not the problem. Your financial fragility is the problem. AI is just the thing that's exposing it. People with no savings, no backup income, no skills outside their current role. One paycheck away from disaster. Years of lifestyle inflation created it. AI is just the moment that fragility gets tested. And right now, today, you still have time. Here are the 5 moves. 1. Stop treating your salary as permanent. Start treating it as fuel. 2. Build a 6 to 9 month emergency fund. 3. Start one secondary income stream. 4. Invest in one human skill. 5. Build your financial fortress. But they will make sure that when it changes, you are ready. Not desperate, not panicking, ready. Here's what I need you to do right now. Pick the one move from those 5 that you haven't done yet. Open your bank account. Open your 401k. Google one course. Look at one freelance opportunity. One action. This week. Because the people who are financially secure in 2028, they are making one decision right now, in 2026, before the email from HR. You have information that most people don't have yet. Use it. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe, because every single week, I'm here. I'll see you in the next one.